Hi, so if you haven't heard of Patreon, let me explain. Patreon has been the primary support for my music, art, and videos since I joined in 2014. Welcome to our Patreon. I would not be here today singing my butt off for you if it wasn't for Patreon. Being a creator almost requires you to display perfection every step of the way, but my Patreon is my safe place for me to share the imperfect, the vulnerable, the raw art, as well as my own insecurities, troubles, and hardships. Life is tough and we're all going through our own journeys, but art, great art, has the power to make us feel less alone in the world and understood in the way that we think because someone else feels the same way that you do. Over the years, I've seen the impact of making music and sharing my story outwardly with the world, and have learned that it's worth fighting for it if it positively affects even just one single person. And that, in a world where we are numb to numbers and followers and views, is what matters, resonating with one single person. I have been chasing the dream of connecting with as many people as possible through music relentlessly, but it has not been an easy journey. I've been through so much difficulty in this crazy pursuit of the dream, and in that, my Patreon community has been there for me in my darkest moments. But it goes both ways, and the idea of joining a community is so much more than joining a fan club to pay for my music production costs. It is a community of like-minded individuals brought together by music to amplify a message we all believe in, to bring the art to life, and at the same time, it's a place to connect with each other and with me. Beyond the community that Patreon cultivates, it also directly supports the art so that I can hire talented musicians and collaborators, I can work with great videographers, I can invest in myself to be fearless in this pursuit to hopefully be a soundtrack to a real moment in someone's life. Patreon is the reason I am sitting here today with a guitar in my lap, and for that I am forever grateful. But this music life is all-consuming. I do a lot of things as an artist. I sing my ass off in little videos, I record even bigger videos, I live stream, I personally run my own merch store, and so much more. But it's my Patreon that makes this all possible. Because if I were to define the value of my art by what the marketplace tells me it's worth, my art is essentially meaningless. Spotify tells me that if 10,000 people listen to a song of mine in whatever depth that it resonates with them, Spotify is telling me that my art, the value of my art, the value of me making a song, putting it out there for 10,000 people is only $20. But I know not to let that information tell me what my art is worth. I've seen the impact firsthand. I've heard the stories. I've seen the tattoos in my lyrics. I know that I'm putting real value out into the world. But for the first time, Patreon allows for the value of the art to actually be recognized by the people that understand the value and have the means to support it. Joining Patreon is for the 1% of the people that connect with my music, that want to bring it to life and be a part of the creation process so that the 99% of my listeners and watchers can consume it for free. Look, it's a really exciting time. I'm honored that you've even watched this video this far, so please check out my Patreon. The link is in my bio. There's all kinds of great rewards, behind the scenes access, and more for your support, and I'm just really excited to share in my journey with you and get to know you and your journey. Thank you so much for listening to my music. I couldn't do this without you. And thank you for being here for what feels like the beginning of my career. I know I've been doing this for a little bit, but it really feels like the beginning. I mean, David Michael Frank as an artist is new. So, new artist, let's do this together. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. And here's the first take. Are you ready?
Let's do it!
The first take of the album. Let's go. Recording.